If you have seen other indie authors sending out books that are wrapped, they look pretty, they're tied with ribbon, they look exciting to open, and you've been wanting to know how to do it too, that's what this video is all about. I'm gonna show you how to wrap the book and how to tie the ribbon, and how to best include the goodies so stuff like that doesn't happen. The first step is to find a clean space where you have room to spread out. For the sake of this video, I am on my bedroom floor and I have a towel or a blanket spread out so I can use it as my workspace. It gives me room to have my tissue paper, my ribbons, my books, and so on. As well as usually if I'm signing books, I'm shipping them out. I have all my poly mailers, my addresses, my information on the orders. For today, I just have an example book and the book I'm wrapping. All you need to make your book look super pretty is the book, a bit of tissue paper, ribbon, tape, and scissors. That is it. Tape and scissors you probably have at your house. I got a lot of my ribbon at discount on Hobby Lobby. This one was only 49 cents. Tissue paper I either get at the Dollar Tree or even the Hobby Lobby, it's only 99 cents. My most recent batch of tissue paper is from Amazon, and I definitely prefer it and think I'm gonna get it from there from now on because it's a little bit thicker and I love the size. I don't really need to trim it awkwardly. Using wrapping paper is fine too, but it's so big for the roll you have to do a lot of trimming and that makes things complex. So we're gonna put everything to the side here and we're just gonna start by laying out our tissue paper. Like so. This is usually the step where I sign the book. Also, if I am including goodies, for today I have a couple stickers as an example and a business card, I stick them right in the front cover, right in here so they don't go sliding everywhere. In some cases, if the bookmark or the accessories are larger, I have them stuck in the ribbon like so at the end. I will demonstrate that once we have the ribbon on. Now, when you are wrapping, you always flip upside down because at the end of the day, the seams and the tape is going to be on the side that's facing up when you're wrapping, which you want to be on the back. So you flip the book upside down and you fold it over, fold it, try to hold it nice and tight and straight, and copy on the other side. Once it is folded over, all you need to do is tape it down. I don't really need to tell you how much tape to use. I usually use 2 small pieces. Kind of depends on the book and the paper you're using. For the edges, sometimes I trim them to size, sometimes I fold them over. Because this tissue paper is already smaller, I'm just gonna go straight into folding it over. So you usually push it down so it's kind of flat and you have these little, kind of a little bit of an arch or a triangle in the corner. You're gonna fold that into the middle like so. So now you have a little triangle. The same size, you push it down, fold it into the middle, and you are left with a little triangle. This triangle, fold it up, tape it down, like so. Flip and repeat. If you are like me and you need to watch tutorials a million different times before you understand it, let me show you again with the other side. You're gonna start by pushing it down. Make sure you don't go through the middle. At this stage, if you poke your hole through it, you can kind of cover it up. It's preferable not to do that. Take the corner, fold it up, and into the middle. And I'm already bunching it a little bit, but we're gonna kind of hide that once we tip it over. Same thing, take it, put it in the middle, smooth it out like so. You have a little triangle point, tape it into the middle. Now, if you end up with them uneven or it's awkwardly flat or it's kind of tilted to the side, it doesn't really matter that it happens. It's not going to be perfectly even every single time. You want the front to look pretty. If the back has, the back has the tape, it has the lines on it, that's not as big a deal. You want the front to look nice and pretty. Now it is time to tie the ribbon onto it. So I have a very thin ribbon here. I like using the ones with the purpley sparkles for Unbound. I have also used ribbon up to about this thick. This is as thick as I've gone. I've tried thicker than that and it gets complicated. So when you're learning, I think the thinner the better. So you're gonna start, gonna unroll a bit. Don't cut it yet because if you cut it beforehand, like I do with forgetting every single time, you are going to end up with too short of a piece and then you're gonna waste your ribbon. So you're gonna start right here and you're gonna have it in the corner with a little bit of a tail at the end. Now at the other end of it, it's still attached because we don't know exactly how much we're going to need yet. Gonna give it some slack. If you give it too much slack, you can trim it shorter. If you do too little slack, you might need to come and pull it down at the end. So take it right here. I kind of keep it diagonal. And what I'm gonna do is take this tail of the ribbon and go straight under the back. Looks like this. It's just straight down the back, not folded. I have this still tilted. Now the reason I have it tilted is because this piece is coming up. Have this piece that was originally to the left, it's now kind of pointing to the right of the book. And this right here is going over like this. So I have the two pieces. One's coming down on the right from the top, the other one's coming up on the left. Twist them over like so. You might get a little twist, flatten it out. And like we did to go down the back, all we're doing is going straight, toss the ribbon to the other side. We have made our landing. Now at this point, we know about how much we need to tie the ribbon. So we are going to cut it. Awkwardly cut it with one hand. Take this, and this bit in my left hand was the one that was originally diagonally to the side. This bit in my right hand is the one that made the journey over here. I'm gonna take the one in my left hand, tuck it under, stick it through. Now, if you go the other way and you tuck the other one up to the top, same difference at the end, you want it to look like this. You have it looking kind of like a box, like a little pretty box that you would have jewelry in, or any gift that has a bow on top. Have them on either end. Now, I do it like a shoelace. Have the one bunny loop, the other bunny loop goes through the hole. I think that's how people say it. Tie it, make it even. You might need to do a little fidgeting. Then the last step is I make it so that these are little diagonal points. Cut off a little here, cut off a little here, don't cut your fingers, and voila, you have a pretty book with a nice little ribbon on the top corner. While smaller goodies, your business cards, stickers, sometimes little art prints if you have them, do better inside the book, sometimes bookmarks or taller items like these labels do better outside. This is particularly relevant with the empty manger because it's a smaller size. All of the goodies are taller than it. I physically would not have been able to wrap it into it. Unbound, it is technically tall enough that it would have fit it, but sometimes you risk if it sticks out the top, it could get wrinkled. So what you're gonna do, stick it right in here, and it works as a little bit of a holder. You could put it upright like this. It's gonna slide out at the bottom. But if you stick it up, stick it right down the corner. It's a little notch right here. Yeah, sometimes, like in the beginning of the video, when I dropped it, it can fall. It keeps it nice and neat, and in my experience from getting completely wrinkled in the shipping process. In the poly mailers, you stick it in as straight as possible. Yes, stuff can happen. When I put them in like this, I have not had any issues. Congratulations! You now have a pretty wrapped book to send to your readers. So it does not need to be scary, it doesn't need to be hard, it does not need to break your wallet. Like I said, tissue paper, ribbon, you can find it for relatively cheap, budget friendly, and it doesn't seem low quality. It looks cute. I prefer getting paper that's thin enough to see the book through it. I like it that way. I have seen many authors use a brown tissue paper that is, I can't remember the name of it, it's not cardstock, but it's a little bit more cardboard colored, and they use that and they can write little messages on it. They do little stamps on it for these those wax seals. I have seen authors fold it in a way that instead of using the ribbon as a little carrier, they have little folds in it that they stick stuff in like little pockets. There are many different ways to wrap your books and to make them look pretty, and there's really no wrong way to do it. This is how I like to do it because Evander and his purple ribbon has gotten me obsessed with purple ribbons. And so if I have the ability to tie a ribbon around a book, I'm gonna tie a ribbon around the book. For now, I hope this tutorial helped you out. If you are interested in snagging any of my books, definitely let me know. They will come wrapped, signed, tied with a purple or a different color, matching to the cover, of course, ribbon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and whatever time it is, morning, evening, or night, have a great day.